Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. And today, thanks to Andrew Larson, we're going to be taking a look at an older LEGO Ninjago set that's from season 12, and it's going to be set number 71709, Jay and Lloyd's Velocity Racers, with 322 pieces, 3 minifigures. This set retailed for $29.99 USD or $30, although I did get it for 40% off at Target thanks to a very nice sale for Easter. I built this set on stream with my friend Celia, so if you guys want to check on that, see how I built it, make sure to check out that stream. I'll link it at the end. This set is very nice. Definitely a lot better than I originally expected. I think I was kind of harsh on it because it didn't bring anything new to the table. Another J-Jet, another Lloyd bike. We've seen these sets thousands of times before, but I built it, and honestly, I really like it. We're going to take a look at the 3 minifigures, none of which are exclusive first, and then we're going to take a look at each of the builds, and then my final verdict. Alright, our first minifigure is going to be Lloyd, and he looks really cool. I love all of the Ninja. I really was disappointed that I never got Nia from this line because they all look so cool, very menacing. The accessory here is amazing. I love this video game controller piece. And for those of you who don't know, there's a little parts pack, and it comes with a really nice large selection of these like neon blade pieces. Not all of them are used, so there's a bunch of extra ones in the set, but one of them is attached to this video game controller to make Lloyd's weapon. That can be pulled off pretty simply. He's also got a health bar attached with a very nice neon green or neon yellow pole that goes into a little hole connection on his armor that can be pulled out pretty easily. We also have 2 of these very nice kind of glowy swords. Those just kind of slot in like normally. And then you have this very nice armor piece that covers up a lot of his printing. I really love this brand new helmet. It's very angular for a ninja, but I'm really cool with that. Kind of shows off the video game kind of armor aesthetic, and pulling that off, you can see it's a normal yellow head with a very nice video game visor there with a different facial print on the back. I'm not sure if that's the exact same or different from the ones we normally get for Lloyd, but I do appreciate that they did kind of add some kind of digitized face. That one looks really cool. And here he is without that armor piece. It gives you a better look at how his different colored arms look. I love that coloring, very similar to the sword color as well. And we got some very nice kind of techno designs with the circles and the lines, making some very cool armor pieces across his printing. Then the very same stuff continued on the back. I'm not sure what that lettering says, if that's real lettering. But if you guys could decipher that, let me know. A really great minifigure, definitely something we have not gotten before. I really like the way this kind of came together, although I really don't like how it looks with the yellow skin tone underneath. I think this minifigure is only good when you have the little nice alien-looking visor, but it's still a very nice design, definitely one I'm very glad to have. And hey, new facial prints, always a plus. J is the next minifigure. His accessory is similar to Lloyd's, and it still has the controller and one of the neon pieces, but it also has a chain to connect it, kind of similar to Jay's traditional nunchucks. He also does have 2 swords. I just chose not to include them because I just pulled them out anyway. And he also has one of those health bars that can be pulled out pretty simply. His facial print is pretty much identical to Lloyd's, except he's got a different mouth underneath. And then on the back, he has, of course, his traditional, cocky, very nice facial expression. Here's what his back printing looks like without that armor piece there. Very nice. I love the designs of that circle, kind of like a strap. On the front, he's got, it seems to me like a parachute kind of strap style. Very nice belt. I love the designs in the prints. I also love the mixed-matched arms. It looks really cool. Again, not a huge fan of how he looks without the very nice Mask underneath, but it's still a pretty great figure. I'm really impressed with the way they did these Ninja. Definitely some of my favorite variants ever. And here we have the next character. His name is Hansen. He's one of the villains. He's a very interesting surfboard accessory. We're going to take a look at that first. So, of course, the pieces remain stuck, but it's a normal surfboard with a little propulsion piece, a boomerang, and a orange stud. And that's his little mode of transportation. His weapon accessory is the exact same as the Ninja's, except it's black and red instead of white and black. So really nice color variant there. He's got a very nice crystal blue sword as opposed to the crystal green the Ninja have. Pulling that away gives you a better look at his printing and everything. He's got a villain health bar in orange instead of the green. Pull that away. He's also got some very nice blue swords. Get rid of those. His armor piece is the exact same as the Ninja's. And he has a very nice head mold there. And let's pull this off. And you can see it's very similar to the video lines. I'm surprised that didn't actually show up in the future video sets because, very similar to some of the stuff they have there, especially with the visor. There's also a tooth stuck into the top there that can be pulled out. You can change it out for any little hair piece that you really want. Very modular there. The back printing is pretty basic. He's got a heart attached on his belt. I also love his yellow pants. Very nice design there. Overall, a great minifigure. Definitely not one that I was expecting for this line. It's a very out there design. The green is a very nice touch as well, but still a very great character. One final thing, the Kitana. So these appear pretty much in every single set, and they have a very nice floating base with a question sticker on it. Just the Kitana slots in there, and whoever, gets there first gets to retrieve it, I guess. I haven't really seen the season. The Kitana is super cool. I love this design. It looks great in a minifigure's hand, and it is actually shaped like a real key, although definitely not as sturdy as one. It's a really nice design. They come in, I believe, 3 different colors. The handle there is super cool. It's definitely a very nice techno piece, and here's what Jay looks like when he's holding it. A very nice piece, definitely one I'm really glad to get in the set. The Kitanas are always really cool. All right, now that we take a look at all of the characters in the Kitana, let's clear this out of the way. We're going to take a look at that motorcycle first. This motorcycle is interesting. The first thing I want to mention is it's very hard to stand up. You have to balance it on the 2 wheels, and that takes a lot of time sometimes. Unlike the last bike we took a look at, this one does not have a kickstand, and so you really just got to balance it and hope for the best, and the tiniest little nudge or bump will cause it to fall over, which is a bit disappointing. The first aspect of the design that I want to take a look at are these awesome energy trails in the back. I love the design of this piece. I believe it was designed exclusively for this new Ninjago season, and it gives a very nice appearance of a trail of like energy or fire shooting out from the bike as it launches through this digital world, and I really appreciate the design. There's some very nice greebling inside this piece as well, and I love that really nice translucent yellow coloring, and that's a very nice touch, and it's definitely something that makes this set pop, and there are 2 of them here, which is really cool for like a nice double trail. Reminds me a lot of like a Tron Legacy bike or something like that. So wonder how much inspiration was taken from that. This set does have a sizable number of stickers. This, however, is a print. There's an identical version of this print reversed on the other side of the bike. There's a print sticker on this piece right here. There are 2 stickers in the front, one on this Nexonite shield piece and one on this very nice angular tile. Then there's another sticker on the other one of these slope pieces right there. The Technic parts of the bike that kind of hold the wheels in place are left exposed. I'm not sure I appreciate that yellow coloring and the brown coloring there. I wish they could have covered up those Technic axles or used different pieces, maybe some greens or grays that would, mesh better with the bike. But it is what it is, I guess. There are 2 katanas attached up here. Those are actually Lloyd's. You detach them to give them to Lloyd when he comes out, or you can put them back on those little grips when he's in the bike, because he cannot have katanas in his holder while he's sitting down, or they would break and bend. The front part of the bike does actually fold completely upwards, and that lets Lloyd escape, or not escape, kind of get out. The handlebar here, it's actually one of those video game controller pieces used to create weapons in other parts of this line. That's a very, very nice piece. It has a hole in the both sides of it, so you can attach different weapons there. So I really appreciate that, and I think it's a very nice inclusion. A very good way to control a video game mech or a video game bike is a video game controller, and Lloyd just kind of sits in. He has another one of those video game pieces attached to this sword piece like we saw when we took a look at him, and he sits on. There are 3 studs right there you can attach him to. It's a very secure connection. I haven't had any problems taking him in or out though, which is quite nice. And that's what the bike looks like without Lloyd in it. Very empty. Definitely not a great design unless there's a minifigure sitting inside of it. But overall, I really appreciate this bike. It's not my favorite by any means from any of the line. I think Lloyd's bikes have been done much, much better in different ways. I'm looking at several examples right now from the newest season, the Island and other stuff. But as a whole, I think I appreciate this. It is a very nice design. It's nice to see this wheel come back, and it does have some very nice rolling ability. I just wish it had a kickstand and a bit more build to it, but it's still a pretty great model. And now let's move on and take a look at the Jet. All right, now this Jet is one I definitely like so much more than the bike right now. This Jet is very similar to other Jets we've gotten, especially like in the size to like the Junior's Jet from a recent set. It like the bike before, it also has a little energy trail, just one this time, coming from the back, and it's very nice, but shooting off to the distance with that little trail. I think the one Jet looks much better than the 2 on the bike, so I appreciate that. There's also a play feature here. When you twist the black knob in the back, the wings actually open, and there's a better view of that, open and closing. It's a bit of a chunky play feature. You can pull them yourself. These tan Technic gears in the back are what controls that. So it's a pretty cool feature. There are 2 swords attached in the bottom here, much like in the bike. Jay cannot have them attached to his person while he's sitting down here, so they have to be attached to the actual ship. Pulling this aside, you can see that Jay also has a video game controller piece to control his little plane here. And the minifigure fits in on 3 studs, just like the last little attachment. And pretty good minifigure. We took a look at him earlier. I'm just going to clear him out of the way. There's not too much to say for the cockpit design. It's pretty basic. There are no stickers in the front here, which is a little disappointing. On the very front here, though, this is attached pretty interestingly. Let's see if I can pull it apart for you real quick. No. There we go. So it uses a handlebar clip, and instead of just a normal attachment for studs, you got to clip this into place. And then it has a very nice sticker on the front there. There are 2 stickers, one on each of these 1x4 pieces right there. Pretty basic ones. Then there are 2 more stickers on these white sail pieces, and those can be lifted up if you want, but they are meant to be kept down. The jet is pretty simple. It's got a printed piece up here as well, a little vent, and that's where you spin this part. It's a very simple build, very simplistic. Most of this design is meant to, work this play feature, and the rest of it's just meant to be a jet that looks really cool. I don't have too much to say about it. I think when I'm comparing the 2 models, I definitely like the jet much better than the bike, just because I like flying vehicles. I'm partial to them because I like getting new ones to hang from my ceiling, from my fan and everything. And the jet looks better, just objectively without a minifigure. It looks much better than this bike. And I think the jet has been done less often than motorcycles, because there's a motorcycle, sometimes even 2 of them, in every single Ninjago wave. And the little jets like this are a little more rare. Overall, though, both are really great models. I definitely recommend them. It's a very, very nice set. Before I move on to the final verdict, I want to take a look at the instructions on the box. The instructions for this are actually really, really cool. I've got some very positive things to say about them. So let's take a look at them now. All right, and here's the box. We got a very nice street with the cars and the jet racing, being attacked by the villain, along with a very nice Digi background there. And on the top, we have, of course, all the minifigures with their actual size Lloyd right there. And spinning this around, we get a better look at the play features. It shows all the different parts that kind of move, the minifigures fighting, and the jets and the car racing. It's a pretty basic box, all things considered. Just really shows off the design. But what's really cool here are the instruction manuals. There are 2 included in the set. 1 for each of the, vehicles. And I gotta say, I am thoroughly impressed. So there's some new art in here. We got like Jay waving, there's some integration with an app, and then it has, just a little fight scene part. And then they have in the bottom here, a little bar, and it has Jay running. And the further you get in the manual, the more it has Jay, almost there. And it has, when you have to use bag 2, it's on the same page. It's not wasting paper like that. And let me see if I can find it for you real quick. Oh, here's another part. It has the check and the X right there showing you which way you have to put everything on, which is a really nice idea. It's got a very nice, like, kapow, you clicked it in. A really good animation there. And what I'm really looking forward to, though, okay, it's this right here. So step number 11, it has you build both sides of the jet at the exact same time. It's not a 2X because they're reversed, but it has you build 1 on each side of this page. So you're building them at the exact same time, just mirrored. And that is so cool. It was really, and you put them both on the same time. It was confusing to me at first, but it saves paper, and it's just such a cute idea. And here we're doing the same thing. You're building 2 different things at the exact same time. I also love how it has Jay holding up the stickers there, and it snaps them into place. Just a really cool idea, and I'm sad to say that I have not seen this continued anywhere else, but it's a really great looking manual, and had some very nice art in it, Lloyd on the back. And the other one, I'm not going to go through it, just, it's very similar. We got the parts list, and then we have in the back here just some more art. No advertisements, which is pretty interesting, but these are some really great instruction manuals. We also have a sticker sheet. Sticker sheet comes, this line came with extra stickers. Wherever I want to put them, I guess I can put them. Not sure what to do with them, but there are extra stickers. All right, overall, I'd have to rate this set a solid 8 out of 10. The builds, while I was a bit harsh on them, are very good. I really appreciate the design, the sleekness, and I say sleek. I'm really looking at the jet when I say that. The bike is great. It's not the best bike we've ever gotten, but it's also not the worst. It's also very nice to get that minifigure, what's his name? Hunster. The villain is really cool. I love his design, his little surfboard as well. A very great minifigure. Definitely glad to get more of him. Digilloyd and Digi-J are pretty cool. They're not exclusive by any means, but it's still great to get them and all their accessories. The video game controller piece is incredibly useful, as well as this Kitana looks so cool. Always glad to get more of this unique sword piece. I have some fun ideas on how to use those for some future designs. And just as a parts pack, this is great. And the building experience here was definitely amazing. The instructions where it had you do the 2x at the exact same time, like replicated, that was really neat. Just had some really cool aspects in the instruction manual. That's pretty much all I got to say for this set. Again, thank you to Andrew Larson for requesting this video. If you guys want to request a video, make sure to check out, linked at the end, my cry for help video where I show you all my ideas and ask you what you want to see next. Or just, pick a Lego set you think I have or you want me to get. Let me know and I'll do my best to get it and do a review for you. Videos are not limited to reviews. You can pick any set you want me to do, any idea, ranking, comparison, whatever. Just let me know. We can talk out an idea and I'll do my best and you'll get a shout out. That's all I got for you guys today, though. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this review video, and I'll hope to see you all in the very next one. Thank you guys, and have a fantastic and safe rest of your day.